Fremantle Dockers coach Justin Longmuir is confident his side will bounce back from an underwhelming 2023. Here's the Freo coach on strategy, his future and the ruck dilemma for the upcoming clash with Brisbane. Well, Justin, can I ask firstly, now you've had time to digest last season and probably overanalyse it, what was the biggest takeaway from 2023?
Yeah, you're right. I do analyse it, within an inch of its life and go over and over it. Yeah, a bigger picture, didn't get it right probably through the middle of the ground as often and as consistently as we would have liked. That put more pressure and field position pressure on our backs. And yeah, when we felt like we got a couple of those things right and played the game in our front half, our execution let us down. Yeah, that's a bigger picture look at it.
Can you talk to us about the playing style? Because a lot of the noise last year was that Freo were too slow. They spent too much time on the half-back line chipping it around. Now, we've spoken about that and you've said that it's not necessarily the case.
The big thing about ball movement is how you win the ball back. So if you're winning the ball back in positions that's deep in your defence and in an area where you have to go through 35 players, it makes it hard to score and it makes it really hard to be quick from there. So you've got to have a balance with your ball movement. If you're bringing good pressure in your front half and you're winning the ball back where you can get it to your forwards really quickly, they're the opportunities that you can really cash in on. And on reflection, they're the opportunities we didn't cash in on.
Your contract, it's going to be a talking point all year, but where is it at? Is there been any advancement in that space?
Oh, I wouldn't say advancement, but I've had really good discussions with Joe and Simon and Chris as a new president, and I feel fully supported by them. I understand there's a lot of external noise out there and a lot of stories going around and maybe getting blown out of proportion. So what's really important to me is that, I've got the support of the people inside the club. They know where we're at. Trust the feedback that they're giving me day to day, and I'm really confident that I've got their support.
You're talking about the suggestion that the players aren't getting along and they don't agree with some of your methods. Where do you see that?
Well, it's laughable, to be honest, because I've never had a player come to me demand that we change the style of play as was suggested. I'm really open to players having suggestions on the way we play, the way we structure, the way we go about setting up the program. So doors always open in my office for feedback. But to suggest that they've come demanding that, it's untrue. Suggest that players being told to put their phone away all day is untrue. Yeah, I think some of those comments were a bit unfair.
Some pressing stuff for this week. You won't have Sean Darcy. How long will he be out for starters, do you think?
Yeah, I think probably 4 weeks.
So how will that work? Because do you play Luke forward still and bring in a Liam Reedy and try to keep that sort of structure that you wanted, or do you have to play Luke in the ruck and play another tall forward?
Well, we want to keep the structure the way it is. So 3 tall forwards. Obviously, one of those guys will second ruck. Whether that's Jacko or JT is the second ruck, whether the starting ruck's Reedy or Jacko, we haven't decided yet.
Well, JL, good luck for this year. Hope it's a great one for you guys, and we're back in September action.
Thanks, Ryan.